So the Jayhawks now picking away and finding ways. Perhaps Florida State eased up a bit, jumping out to a 14-0 lead in that first quarter. It'll be interesting to see what happens if Kansas sticks in the end zone, whether or not the Noles can just turn up the jets and respond. L.T. Levine is inside the 5 and down at the 3. Second down and goal. He's 210 pounds. He runs hard.
That could have been a touchdown.
Yep.
Hempstead, number 66, the guard was coming around, and it should have been in the end zone. Good blocking. He just trips right there over Hempstead. That may be their best shot to get in the end zone. Usually the first play of a series inside the 5-yard line might be your best.
They got White back in there at tailback now. He gets it. Penalty flag goes down from the umpire as White is hit just about the line of scrimmage. The umpire.
Dead ball.
Through it.
Ball start. Offense.
And it almost always involves either holding or a false start or something to do with the big guys along the trenches on the offensive side.
Something small, Keith. Watch the right guard right here. His elbow is going to move just a shade. That's Hempstead, just a shade before. And the umpire sitting right there looking at anything, any movement before the ball is snapped. And that is critical when you're inside the 5-yard line.
It is now second down and goal as the ball comes back to the 8, and Charles Henley steps in at the tailback position. He's fresh legs. He's got the ball. And he slashes his way down to about the 2. So you immediately see what happens when you put fresh legs into a hot ball game like this. I mean, bing, he's just right back down where he's almost in the end zone.
Mickey Andrews, the defensive coordinator. His defense against the run was very tough last year. 6th in the nation, as a matter of fact. Only gave up an average of 100 yards a game. Trying to stop him from running it in here.
Levine is back. He's the deep man. Thomas throws it. Penalty flag got to be because number 93, Chris Cowart, mugged Williford. I mean, he just mugged him.
Interference. Defense.
Oh, Chris had him wrapped up and down before the ball was halfway there.
Here's Williford right here, and the man that's covering him is lined right up over him. He's just going to run a route to the outside. The play action, now watch Cowart, number 93, tries to hold him. Now the ball should be thrown to the back of the end zone to pull you away from him. The ball was actually underthrown, and that is really what caused the interference.
Chris didn't know where the ball was.
Right.
It's first and goal from the 2 now, inside the 2 for Kansas. White didn't get there. There was a fair to middling collision at the top as he tried to go over, and Derek Brooks was waiting for him.
The thing about the foul before, defensive interference, is an automatic first down, so they got a whole new set of downs to try and get the ball in the end zone.
The tail of the ball still resting on the 2-yard line. Second down and goal. Levine, the deep back. Penalty flags. I think Florida State might have been offside. Levine's not going to score either. He stopped just about the line of scrimmage. But there was movement on the near side, and it looked like it might have been offside Seminoles. Yep. So Florida State's making the mistakes right now. Defensive side of the ball.
There's been about 5 or 6 plays down here inside the 7 or 8 yard line. This is like short yardage and goal line drills early in the season. Nobody likes it. There's a lot of hitting going on. Defense is talking, you can't get in the end zone. Offense is talking, give us another try. And it is wearing these players out, I'll guarantee you.
George White comes back in. Levine comes out for Kansas. 5.5 minutes to go in the first half. Second down and goal for the Jayhawks from the 2. Fred Thomas tries it. There's another flag thrown on the field across the way. That might be a Kansas mistake. No,
Defense.
it's not either. It's on
Offside.
Seminoles.
Just lined up offside.
Lined up offsides, yeah. Linesman threw that flag apparently fairly early. So that usually indicates they are lined up offsides. Now here comes Henley back into the ball game. He almost scored a minute ago in his first carries, bringing fresh legs in.
Well, they've tried them up the middle. They've tried quarterback sneaks. They've tried them wide. Florida State defensively has denied them, but eventually, if they keep running this thing, they're going to get it in there.
Just inside the 1-yard line. Thomas pitches to Henley. Haven't scored yet. They stopped him about halfway there. And it's going to be 3rd down and goal.
And Abraham, one of the smallest men on the field. Watch him right here. Abraham is 5'9". Watch him get in the middle of this and mix up the whole thing. Right there, 3 yards in the backfield, hits the ball carrier. Good, tough corner play. He is known for his coverage ability, but a good, tough kid against the run.
He's not too high, but he's pretty wide. He weighs 185 pounds. He's pretty good size. Just not tall. Levine is back. He's got it. He goes at it again, and penalty flag on the field. He did not get into the end zone. And you got another penalty.
We've had 9 plays inside the 10-yard line on this series.
Offside.
5 have been
Defense.
penalties.
Offsides, Florida State again.
5 have been penalties, and 4 have been normal plays. I mentioned earlier that Florida State and Bowden has been the most penalized team in the ACC last year.
I don't know if I've ever seen anything quite like this.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. See that
Yep.
gold helmet pop in there early.
That's just discipline. It could be a little bit fatigue.
Yep.
When you get tired, sometimes you cannot control your energy or your enthusiasm or whatever enthusiasm you may have left.
We played most of this quarter inside the Florida State's 10-yard line. Fullback gets it. Costello good on 3rd down and goal, and he didn't score.
Now this brings up a tough decision for Glenn Mason. You haven't been able to get it in 10 plays. Do you give up and kick a field goal?
No, you keep beating at it. If you don't score, you at least put Florida State back there.
What did he tell us yesterday about blitzing, where he's going to continue to blitz Charlie Ward? He says, I'd rather die a quick death than a slow death.
Charles Henley.
One more.
Back in.
Andrews says one more time. One more time.
Henley is the deep man. Let's see if they give it to him. Yes, they do. He did not score. He did not get there. Who's at the bottom? Corey Sawyer and Chris Cowart. And Derek Brooks. Brooks is 10, and he was one of those on the bottom. There's Sawyer on the bottom.
Well, I want to guarantee you that series took a lot out of all of these players. Sawyer number 2. Abraham 2. That is close.
That's close.
That is awfully close.
He came down right on.
That's not his helmet, it's the ball. All the ball has to do is break the plane of that white stripe, and the official on this side, where our camera was, could not see the ball. All he could see was the back of the player. Where's the ball? Can't tell. Yep.
Can't see it. So that's something different. Most unusual series of plays there.